Me personally, I am of the belief that you are only as young as you feel, and you are only as young as you tell yourself. So if you always telling yourself how you feel so old and tired and achy and miserable, then guess what? That's how your body is going to respond. You're going to always feel old. You're going to always feel tired. You're going to always feel achy, and you're going to always feel miserable, because those are the things that you're telling yourself mentally, and that affects your physical. What's up, y'all? This your girl P Hope, and I am back with another video. Alright, so I just want to get right into it. Let me start with all the housekeeping so that we can get right into this video. I just want to say, if you are new to my channel, if this is your first time stumbling across my channel, I want to say thank you for stopping by and welcome in. And if you are a returning guest or even a subscriber, I definitely want to say hey boo and welcome back. So y'all already know, if you are a returning subscriber, then you already know I am trying to build my channel and grow my channel over here. So at this particular time, if you can go ahead and make sure that you have already hit that subscribe button, if you have already hit the like button, and feel free at any time throughout this video to drop down in the comment section, leave a comment, ask me a question, or just give your commentary and let me know about your personal mommy experience or pregnancy experience, because the more interaction that we have on the channel, the more my videos will circulate. I have very low views, and that's because nobody knows that I'm here. So the more interaction that I get from you guys helps my channel grow. Okay, so please help me help you. We're gonna help each other. All right, so now that I got all of that out the way, let's get right into it. If you watched the video prior to this one, my very last video, then you already know my big announcement was that your girl is pregnant. Okay, so following right into that, that's the next thing y'all wanted to know is, girl, how far along are you? All right, so as of this week, I am 23 weeks pregnant. I'm 23 weeks, so that puts me right at, what is that, like 5 months, something like that. Let me make sure. Let's see, 8, yeah. So y'all forgive me, I just go by the week. I'm one of the ones that counts by the weeks. So I'm a little bit over halfway through my pregnancy. A full pregnancy is 40 weeks, and I am already on week number 23, so I'm just over the halfway mark. But yeah, if you count by months, I am 5 months. All right, so I want you guys to hang out with me on my channel from now until the next 4 months, so that we can chat it up, talk. Y'all can help me prepare for this baby. Hopefully I can give y'all some tips and tricks to help you with your baby, and yeah, we're just gonna go from there. All right, so today, like I said, I am officially 23 weeks. How did I find out that I was pregnant? Well, I'm glad you asked. I found out that I was pregnant because my body was feeling different, but I wasn't really sure what the different was, because I was still getting a cycle. I didn't really have any particular cravings, mood swings, anything like that. It was just a feeling in me. I don't know what made me just think like that I was pregnant. So randomly one day when I was in the grocery store, I picked up a pregnancy test. And it was one weekend when me and baby was laying in bed. I just randomly, I had got up that morning to go to the bathroom, and I just randomly picked up the test on my way to the bathroom, and I decided to take it. He didn't see me pick it up. I just went in there and I took it, and then when I came out the bathroom, I laid the test on the counter in the bathroom because I did a first response. That was the test that I used, was the first response. And so I don't remember how many minutes it takes those, but it wasn't long at all. So went back, looked at the results of the test, and it was positive. Y'all, I stared at the test for a minute, but like I said, something in me had already told me that it was a possibility that I could be pregnant. So it's like I was not in total shock, but I was still looking like, what? So I took the test and I walked into my bedroom, and he was still laying in the bed, and I just showed it to him, and he looked up at it and he was like, oh, you pregnant? I was like, yeah, that's what this is saying, that I'm pregnant. And he was like, oh, okay. He just okayed it. Like, so it wasn't like a jump up and joy moment. It wasn't a shock moment. It was just a, okay, cool, we got another addition to the family. Now, mind you, he has 2 children and I have 2 children. He has 2 girls. I have a boy and a girl. So this will be baby number 3 for the both of us. Okay. So all combined, of course, this will be baby number 5. So yeah, he, you know, like I said, he didn't really feel happy, sad, or in between about it. He was just like, okay. Now I'm gonna go into deeper details about all of this on another vlog because it's pretty emotional. You know, finding out and confirming that I was pregnant was a very, very emotional process for me, for him, and even my friends and family. So I'm gonna do a separate video on how all of that really went. But yeah, the initial reaction for the both of us was, you know, I was just kind of looking crazy, and I was still in denial. Look, even though it said that the test was positive, I was in denial, and he was just cool with it. So yeah, that's how I found out that I was pregnant. The next step that I took, because I was in denial, was I went to a pregnancy resource center. At the pregnancy resource center, they give you a free pregnancy test, and went there and they confirmed it as well. And that's when, you know, reality hit me that this was really happening. Okay, so yeah, so I'll pick up that story, like I said, on another vlog. But this particular video is about what makes my pregnancy so special. Okay, so we're just gonna keep it on that topic for today. What makes my unexpected pregnancy so special? All right, let's get into it. The first thing is my age. That's the first thing that makes my pregnancy special. You know, in these days, it is very, very common for women between the ages of, 18 and 30 to start building a family. That's just what it is. You know, some start out younger, some start out older. Like I told you all, I already have 2 children. I have my boy, I have my girl, and I was done. I promise y'all I was done. My son is getting ready to be 19 in September, and my daughter is getting ready to be 12 in June. Okay, so when I tell y'all that I was just trying to raise my children to be the best outstanding citizens that they can be, so that they can fly up out my house and mama can start traveling, that is the goal that I had in mind. But between me, my man, our loving relationship, and the man upstairs, we all had other plans. Apparently we all had other plans. I got more than Christmas gifts for Christmas, if you know what I mean. All right, so yeah. I am, with that being said, my age is one thing that makes this pregnancy very special, because I am 41 years old. I will be 42 in March. Okay, my birthday just passed. So I'm 41 years old, and so any mother that conceives at the age of 35 or older, it is considered what's called a geriatric pregnancy. So yeah, I'm well over 35. So that's one thing that makes my pregnancy so special, is that this is a geriatric pregnancy. The second thing that makes my pregnancy special is, as you can see, my weight. I am a bigger woman, so of course doctors are always concerned about delivery, birth defects, you know, just all type of things and health complications that can go wrong throughout the pregnancy and during delivery, okay, just because of my weight alone. So with all of that being said, I am a high risk pregnancy. It's geriatric because of the age, and it's high risk because of the age and the weight, okay? So that's the second thing that makes my pregnancy so special and so different. The third thing that makes my pregnancy special is that it's going to be a C-section, and this will actually be my third C-section. Now, when I went in for labor and delivery with my son, they did start me out trying to deliver him naturally, and for whatever reason, my birth canal, my walls never did open up big enough for him to come out, and they said if I would have pushed him out, I would have definitely injured him and injured myself. So they went into an emergency C-section. So with him starting off as being a C-section, they made my daughter's delivery a C-section. And of course, my doctor already told me, since I've already had 2 C-sections, she's going to go back into that same scar, and that's where baby number 3 is going to come out at. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be my third C-section. And the last thing that makes my pregnancy so special is that I'm still working a full-time job. Okay, you guys, I am trying to go full term throughout this whole pregnancy, still going to work 40 plus hours a week. And in my job, I know I've done a couple of vlogs at work, and y'all always see me sitting down at my desk, but I do have some parts of my job where I do have to lift. I have to lift stuff, I have to move stuff, and not everything is small, not everything is light. So I have to deal with some heavy products, and I have to deal with some really big products. So, you know, throughout these last 5 months, I've just been trying to figure out different ways to maneuver the big stuff and the heavy stuff around, because at the end of the day, a job is a job. A job is replaceable, but you know, a child is special. And I do understand that I do have a lot of odds against me. My age, my weight, things like that. I do get it. So I don't take my pregnancy for granted. Even though it's an unexpected pregnancy, I still don't take it for granted, and I'm not at work all willy-nilly just still throwing and slinging boxes around like ain't nothing gonna happen. Like, no, I'm very, very cautious at work. But yes, those are the 4 things that make my pregnancy a little bit special than your average pregnancy. Okay, let's see. Now, because I have all of these special needs, my doctors, I actually have 2 doctors. I have a regular OBGYN, which all mommies to be are gonna have that and do have that. Is an OBGYN, or you have a midwife. I knew my phone was gonna ring, y'all. I knew it was gonna ring. Give me 1 second. Sorry, y'all. I apologize for that. I knew somebody was gonna call me before I finished this video. But anyway, I think I was talking about my doctors. So yes, I have a regular OBGYN, and I also have, I feel like I got a burp. Excuse me. And I also have a high-risk doctor. So as of right now, for the first 5 months, I have seen 2 doctors once a month. I see my OBGYN every 4 weeks, and I see my high-risk doctor every 4 weeks. But of course, as my pregnancy matures, I will see my high-risk doctor more often. It'll go from every 4 weeks to every 2 weeks, and then by my 9th month, I will have to see my high-risk doctor once a week. So that's a lot for me, only because the way that my insurance was set up at my job, I had to pick outside of my area that I live in, because the area that I live in, most of the hospitals and doctors around me are Wellstar, but the insurance that I have, they don't accept Wellstar. So I had to find a hospital, and I had to find doctors that accept the insurance that I have. So I am pretty far out from where I live. So I'm glad that this particular pregnancy is a C-section, because of the simple fact that you know, I need to just be scheduled. I need to be scheduled. I need to know what time to be there, and let's just do this thing. Because if I was just waiting to have a natural birth, waiting on my water to break, and then traveling to the hospital, like, I have over an hour drive, and if my water would happen to break during the daytime, it's gonna be well over an hour for me to get to the hospital, because traffic is terrible in the direction that I'm going to be delivering in. So you know, and I know we're living in the days of the pandemic still, so you know, I'm not even sure how many people will be able to come and visit me in the hospital, but ain't nobody really gonna want to come see me anyway, because I'm too far away. But so I know most of my friends and family will just wait until I get home, because the traveling is real. All right, so moving on to the next thing. How has my body been responding to this pregnancy? All right, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Me personally, I am of the belief that you are only as young as you feel, and you are only as young as you tell yourself. So if you always telling yourself how you feel so old and tired and achy and miserable, then guess what? That's how your body is going to respond. You're going to always feel old. You're going to always feel tired. You're going to always feel achy, and you're going to always feel miserable, because those are the things that you're telling yourself mentally, and that affects your physical. Because our brain is one of the biggest muscles that we have in our body, and one of the strongest and most powerful things that we have in our body. So, you know, the power of the tongue and the power of the mind, y'all, is a very, very powerful thing. Okay, so even on those days for me, when I do feel that way, I don't tell myself that. You know, when my body starts to feel that type of way, I always go back to that gospel song. Speak over yourself. Encourage yourself. So those are the times when I have to speak positive affirmations into myself, and let myself know, like, no, girl, everybody gets tired. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets weak from time to time. Everybody gets a little sick and under the weather, but you are strong. You keep going. You do what you got to do. Your body is in perfect health condition. There's a lot of people out here that's worse off than you, so just pick up the pieces and keep going. You feel great. Drink you some water, get you some apple juice, take you an aspirin, whatever you got to do to lift your spirits, do it. You know what I'm saying? Even if that means going out and just having a cup of ice cream. If that's what's going to lift my spirits, then guess what, y'all? That's what I do. Okay? So you know, I definitely want to encourage all of my fatigued mommies out there. Like, look, girl, trust me, I'm here with you. But you got to keep a positive mindset throughout your pregnancy, because just think about it as the mindset that you have, that's the mindset that your child is going to have. So if you're always angry, if you're always depressed, if you're always looking at the negative side of things, that's how your child is going to react, because that's what your child is feeling. So if you want your child to come out and be happy and bubbly and positive, those are the things that you have to put inside yourself. You know what I mean? So I definitely want my baby to come out happy, bouncing, and enjoying life. You know what I mean? As much of this life as we can, because we know it's getting crazier by the day. But, you know, nevertheless, I want my baby to be a happy, healthy baby, okay? So those are the type of things that I try to instill inside of myself, even when I don't feel like it, all right? So yeah, but I am going to get into my real feelings and some of my real symptoms, but that's just how I always look at everything. I try to look at everything from a positive, because I want my pregnancy to be as positive as possible, and I want my baby to be as positive as possible. So now that I have given you all an encouraging word, hopefully, let's get into the real, okay? Now, I just told y'all that I do work a full-time job. I work 40+ hours every week, and I work in a warehouse. So because I am standing up and down all day, anywhere from 8 to 12 hours on a hard warehouse floor, my feet are constantly swollen. So that's one thing that I have to deal with, is swollen feet. You know, I know that it's a good idea to elevate my feet once I come home and take my shower and lay down for the day, elevate my feet. But y'all, I don't do it. I don't do it. I'm just be honest with y'all. When I tell you, I just be ready to come home, take my shower, and just curl up in my bed, and I be knocked out. Y'all, I be knocked, okay? Knocked. But yeah, so I do suffer with swollen feet. That's one thing. Between the natural hormonal changes that come with pregnancy, and with me having to wear the mask the full 8 hours or however many hours that I'm at work Monday through Friday, my face has broken out. Mainly just my cheeks. Yeah, so I definitely have breakouts. I appreciate everybody that gives me these compliments on my skin, but honey, let me tell you something. It must just be the camera, because this skin is not giving. Yeah, between this baby and a mask, your girl face looked like pepperoni supreme. But yeah, that's that. Now, with my first 2 kids, I don't know what it was. They did not allow me to brush my teeth. Every time I tried to put a toothbrush on my tongue, it was nauseous. It was nausea city, okay? Everything came up. I don't care if it was first thing in the morning, middle of the day, or time to go to bed. They would not allow me to brush my teeth without getting sick. But this particular little baby is definitely letting mommy brush her teeth. So we're excited about that. That's a plus. I just wanted to throw that in there, because if any of you other mommies are having that issue, I just want you to know, my first 2 pregnancies, I did experience not being able to brush my teeth without getting nauseous. But this time, thank God, I'm already on month 5 and I still don't have a problem brushing my teeth. So I'm very excited about that. Another issue I have is dry skin. My skin is kind of naturally, like, has always been kind of naturally dry, but since I have been pregnant, my skin is extremely dry. So I use the Cetaphil the Cetaphil Daily Lotion with ceramides, and that seems to really help me. But if any of you all know a really good moisturizing lotion or any type of oil or something like that that really works for dry skin, excessively dry skin, then drop that down in the comment section, or you can always inbox me on Facebook, or you can DM me on Instagram if you don't want to comment down below. Another issue that I had, but I no longer have, for me in months number 2, 3, and 4, I never had morning sickness, but I always had evening sickness. When I'm ready to go home between 5 and 6 p.m. every single day, that is when I would have my nausea. That's when I would get sick. I would either have to pull over on the side of the road and handle my business, or it would happen right before I clock out from work, and I would just have to run to the bathroom real quick and handle my business. And sometimes I didn't even make it to the bathroom. I've had a couple of times where I have just messed up my trash can at my desk because I just wasn't gonna make it to no bathroom. But yeah, I have not had morning sickness at all throughout this pregnancy, so that's surprising. But yeah, ever since month 5 has came along, I haven't had any type of sickness. So hopefully I'm done with that part of the pregnancy. I would appreciate it This particular one, y'all probably can hear it and have heard it throughout this whole video. Shortness of breath. I don't know if because I'm breathing for 2, or is it because I'm so overweight. I don't know. But yeah, shortness of breath has been a issue since about month number 3. Yeah, so probably like the last 2 months I definitely struggle with shortness of breath, especially at work with me having to keep that mask on. It's like sometimes I just have to find a spot over by myself, let that mask down, and I be like like, y'all, I just have to breathe because your girl don't have that much oxygen. I don't know. The oxygen levels seem like they're a little low. My eating habits or any type of eating changes. Now, in the beginning, I really don't think that I changed much, but month number 3, I really started craving a lot of fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, because it is now summertime. I don't like a lot of hot food. I do a lot of salads, like I said, a lot of fruit. One of my favorite things to do is cut me up some strawberries. I cut them into 2s or I cut them into 4s. Let them get really cold in the refrigerator, and I'll either put just a light little coat of sugar on top of them before I put them in the refrigerator, or I'll wait till they come out and I'll put a little honey on them. But y'all, when I tell you I will sit there and eat strawberries like candy, and I have never cared for strawberries. So I know that this is definitely a pregnancy symptom because I don't care for strawberries like that. But yeah, so strawberries have been huge for me. Red grapes, what else? Peaches, plums. And y'all, I'm allergic to all melon. Melon not only makes my throat really itchy, but it also closes it up. But y'all, I've been tearing up some watermelon, and I just sit there and let my throat get itchy and and start closing up because I want the watermelon that bad. But yeah, so I guess that's a good part of my pregnancy cravings, is that the baby don't want no whole bunch of candy and stuff like that, but just a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. Now, if I do eat hot food, I eat a lot of soups. I like chicken noodle soup. I like vegetable soups. I don't get into a lot of creamy soup. It's mainly just vegetable and chicken noodle. But yeah, I eat a lot of soup. I eat a lot of hibachi. I do just this white steamed rice and then I don't even eat all of it. Whatever portion of the steamed rice they give me, I cut the rice in half, and I either throw the rest away or I'll give it to baby, or you know, whatever I'm gonna do. But I only use half the cup of the steamed rice, and I order double vegetables, and sometimes I do a protein and sometimes I don't, and the only protein I do is chicken. So sometimes I eat my hibachi with chicken, and sometimes it's just the vegetables and rice. But yeah, been drinking a whole lot more water than I usually would, which is a good thing, and I hope that that's a habit that I continue to hold on to after delivery, because you know, water is just good for you in general. But I'm pretty sure that I'll definitely be holding out water from now until the delivery, because like I said, it's hot outside. And so yeah, I made the changes that I did make. I have made a change for the better, because I love me some tacos, some pizza, some french fries. Those are the things that, those are the type of foods that I would normally gravitate to. But I guess my baby is kind of taken after its father and you know, and going the vegan route and the healthy route. My baby eats a lot of healthy food. He doesn't eat, the only meat he eat really is like fish and shrimp. So I don't know, maybe his child is following in his footsteps. I don't know. And last but not least, my weight gain and my weight loss. Now, if you were a subscriber of my channel before this whole pregnancy situation, you know that I've been trying to lose weight. The lowest number that I got down to was 298 pounds, okay? And this was last year. So this was just sometime either right at a year ago, or it might have even been less than a year ago, okay, that I was 298 pounds. But my first doctor's visit at the OBGYN, I got on a scale, and y'all, I was 364 pounds. So yeah, I don't know what happened there, but apparently, you know, when I stopped working out, when I stopped caring about what I was eating, when I stopped meal prepping, child, when I just threw in the towel, my body said, all right, you want to play these reindeer games, let's play. So I'm not sure like the time span that it took me to gain a whole freaking 64 pounds. But see, I was already well over 2 months pregnant when I went to my first OBGYN appointment. So I'm thinking that before I got pregnant, I was probably 350 something. That's what I'm thinking, y'all. Because another thing that even made me take the pregnancy test, and I even told baby this, I said, I am gaining weight and I'm not even eating like that for real. Like, what's going on with me? That was another clue that made me want to take a test. Because I'm going to show y'all, let me show y'all my baby bump. This is, let me move my hair out the way. This is my baby bump, okay? Huge. Just fat, child. This is my freaking baby bump. So I'm already looking 9 months, and I'm only 5 months. But all of this at the top right here that you see, I've had this since like January. I got pregnant in December, and in January, this little top part right here had already started poking. And of course, I've always been a big woman, but this was never here. So I'm like, what is this? So at my very first OBGYN appointment, that was one of the first things I asked her. I said, what is all of this up here? It's because I don't think this the baby, is it? And she said, well, no, your baby is no bigger than, I think at that point it was still like way smaller than the palm of my hand. So she was like, no, that's not your baby, that's just waist. I ain't gonna argue with the doctor because I do know that that's not the baby, but I'm like, waist? Whatever. My OBGYN says all of this up here at the top ain't nothing but waist. So, you know, hopefully after labor and delivery and, you know, my body starts to heal within my 8 to 12 weeks and I get back to a normal state, I just want to take a really good detox. I just want to pop a half a pack of laxatives and I just want to let everything out. I just want to let it out because this little hump at the top over my breast line, I've never had that. So yeah, she gotta go. I'm cool with being big, but I don't want to be one of those bigs where you look pregnant when you're not. That's never been the case. I have had one person in life ask me was I pregnant when I was not pregnant, and I'm giving him a pass because he was very much special needs. He was one of the cart pushers at a grocery store, and this was years ago. So, you know, he probably just equates a big woman to pregnancy because my stomach still was not giving no type of roundness or nothing. He just saw a big woman and he was making conversation. So I didn't even get offended. But anyway, y'all, back to the lecture at hand. So yeah, at the first doctor's appointment, I was 364 pounds, 0.0. Okay, just 364 even. By the time it was either 4 weeks or 6 weeks later. I want to say it was like 6 weeks later. That was my first appointment at my high-risk doctor. When I got on their scale, I had went from 364 to 373. I shit y'all not. When I got in the car, I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry because I'm like, within a 6-week period, if I'm gaining weight this fast, I'm going to be well in the 400s by the time I deliver. And so, you know, my OBGYN, when I got back to her, she was like, wow, you know, you're gaining weight really rapidly and I'm gonna need you to stop. And I was like, what? She said, yeah, I don't need you to gain any more weight. Like, it's okay if you stay right here where you at, but don't keep gaining. I'm trying to figure out how do I stop myself from gaining, because again, I'm not out here eating crazy. I'm not out here doing nothing crazy. So how can I stop myself from gaining weight? Like, ma'am, it's a baby growing inside of me. What do you want me to do? But lo and behold, I guess that it was some kind of truth to what she said about this top part of my stomach being a majority waist, because once I slowed down on my iron pills and I was not as constipated and I started using the restroom more regularly, the weight just started to fall off. So you guys will see in a video that I have coming up where I actually took y'all with me to my doctor's appointment. You know, I'm back down to my original weight. So as of today, right now, I am 364.3. I've only gained 3 ounces. So kudos to me, kudos to the baby, and kudos to the waist being where the waist need to be. Okay. All right, y'all. I think that I have talked y'all's head off enough. If there's any questions that you have that I missed, I'm gonna just let y'all know now. I am an open book. You can ask me anything. And you know, even if I need to sugarcoat it to answer it, which 9 times out of 10 I won't, but feel free and feel comfortable to ask me anything that I did not talk about in this video. And like I said, if you don't want to put it down in the comment section, my Facebook is public and my Instagram is public. So feel free to inbox me, feel free to DM me any comments or questions that you may have. But I hope that this video has been informational and entertaining at the same time. But before I let y'all go, if you are just a mommy to be or just someone who enjoys watching mommy vlogs, I actually have 3 different YouTubers that I want to share with you guys. I have 3 suggestions, and y'all, I would link them down in the description box, but for whatever reason I think that YouTube kind of frowns upon that, because what I used to do, I used to hashtag some of my favorite YouTubers in my videos, and it's not so that, you know, I can take their subscribers or nothing like that. It's just I used to do that as a form of flattering and shouting them out. But I did see a couple of videos where the bigger YouTubers whose names that I was using, they were kind of offended by it. And then I also seen a link that YouTube sent that was kind of speaking on it, and it just gave me the impression that it's kind of frowned upon. So I'm not gonna put anybody else's channel on my channel, but I can put it up here somewhere where y'all can go find it. So anyway, the first channel that I want y'all to go check out is Paisley B. Paisley B does mommy vlogs. Start out with her labor and delivery vlog and just go from there. She does great editing. She shows a lot of things that goes on with her family and her interacting with her children, and I just think that her videos are very, very entertaining as far as pertaining with mommy life. You know, she shows her life outside of, you know, being able to get away from the kids, but majority of her videos are with her children and interacting with her family. So definitely go check out Paisley B. And this next young lady, I don't know what it was. I watched her labor and delivery vlog, and I just fell in love with her strength. I fell in love with her spirituality, as far as her, you know, her faith in God, and just how strong she is, because she's a very, very young mom. She's a young mom, and she now has 2 kids, and her name is, don't let me say this wrong, y'all, Xanadia Simone. Y'all check out her labor and delivery vlog and then just start from there. She is real and raw, and she just kind of shows what life is like to be a really young mother of 2. She has a girl and a boy, and they keep her very busy while she's still trying to, you know, grow herself and provide for her children. So just very, very inspiring channel and very realistic channel. That's what I like. I like to see the raw and the real. So if you enjoy that, or if you're looking for, you know, a younger crowd to look at, definitely go over to, y'all, I hope I'm saying her name right, Xanadia Simone. I know I spelled it right, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. And then the very last labor and delivery vlog, she doesn't have any mommy vlogs, but when I tell y'all, her labor and delivery vlog is so entertaining. It's the most lit one that I have seen on YouTube so far. It is Stormy and Courtney. And when I say the word Stormy, yes, I am talking about Stormy from Love and Marriage Huntsville. I actually found her labor and delivery vlog before I had a clue that she was even going to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So if you're a fan of the show, if you're a fan of Stormy, I highly encourage you to go watch her and her husband's labor and delivery vlog, because when I tell you, they are something to watch. they are definitely a couple to watch. Okay, so those are the 3 shout outs that I want to give to my fellow YouTubers. And other than that, I want to say thank you so much if you have made it this far down in the video. I hope to see you next week on the next video. And you already know, I want you to be happy, be healthy, be safe. This is your girl P Hope, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.